Welcome, Metal Summoners.
Yeah.
It's so great to see you guys again. You are getting us in a double shot of love and rock here on the Metal Summit this week. We had you on Monday. We've got you again on Wednesday. As always, we're your Island of Misfit Toys, and we thank you so much for joining us. For the Psycho Steve, for Bobby Dre, for Angel Alamo, and I am Jay. But we're going to jump right into this action because we're happy to have him, and we're happy that he is making time for us. We have got the man, the voice of LA Guns, Phil Lewis. How are you, sir?
I'm okay, guys. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me. As I explained to you, I'm not home. I'm out and about, and I don't have a good signal. Technically, it couldn't be worse, but I'm going to keep going until it pulls me. But yeah, I'm doing great.
Absolutely. Well, Phil, we will jump right into it, man. You've got Checkered Past coming out like very, very soon. It'll be your third album again with Tracy back in the band. But talk to us about Checkered Past, man. This has got to be really exciting to have new, fresh music out for you, for the fans.
Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic. I'm real happy with the way this record turned out. It's a very unconventional record, of course. You know, we all recorded it in isolation, remotely, and very different from the usual studio. We're all powwowing around in a room working on stuff. So yeah, it was all pretty much pre-packaged. Like this will be the first record that I've ever recorded that I've never sung any of the songs live. It just worked out that way. Normally, you know, when you write and record, before you record, you've written a song and you've practiced it, you rehearse it countless times before you're gonna record, before the red light goes on. But this time, it was completely different. So it's okay. I mean, it turned out great. I'm real happy with the songs, the production on it, especially considering the hoops we had to jump through technically to get it out. And yeah, what do you think of it?
I think it's fantastic, Phil. I really, really like it. It's still got that Guns kind of edge to it. I love the fact that it's actually got a little bit of like a heavier old feel to it as well, which is really, really excellent. But so far the reception's been fantastic.
Yeah, the reception's been great. I've been doing interviews now. I'm third week into. I'm doing like 4 or 5 interviews a day, and I'm 3 weeks into it. So definitely the reception's been fantastic. Oh shit! It's just weird, you know. I'm so glad it's out. I wasn't sure how it was going to sound or how the whole vibe of it. But you know, I like recording remotely. I think I might just carry on doing it. I don't see any reason to go back in the studio.
Awesome, man. Sounds good. And one more thing that I want to hit you with real quick. This has now been the third record, since your songwriting partnership with Tracy continued on. Talk a little bit just about how you've seen the records progress and how you feel about the progression of these records since you guys have been back to being a team.
Well, the first one, the Missing Piece, were musical ideas that Tracy had lying around for quite some time prior to the reunion. So it was a more sort of esoteric record for him musically, whereas this one, it was all, you know, we're all on the same page. We all started with a blank canvas, and the songs came together very quickly. They came together quickly. They took a long time to get right, as they do, as supposed to. It shouldn't be easy, but it turned out absolutely fantastic. Now, yeah, the Missing Piece is quite metallic in a way, even though it's got the string arrangements and everything. It's still very it's sort of prog, you know. It's like prog rock, you know, with all the strings and the arrangements. Whereas this one, I think it's just a straight up solid rock album from top to bottom, with lots of different shading. You got some cool laid back bluesy stuff like Bad Luck Charm. You got Balls to the Wall, Cannonball, a bit of everything. Yeah. You know, it turned out great.
Absolutely, man, for sure. Well, Bobby Dreyer, let me kick it to you right quick, my man, so we can get in on this. I shall be right back. Bobby, it's all you, brother.
All right. So you went back with Tracy. You know, it's the greatest thing. I love that, Phil, that you guys are back together. So you with a good friend of mine who I'm representing here, Mr. Adam Reaver FU Tone, and he and Tracy. But Tracy has had that iconic sound, and you two just blend together. It's when it's vocal, guitar, and the two hit, dude. It's like peanut butter and jelly.
It's good chemistry. It's good chemistry. I make Steven Tyler and Joe Perry come to mind. Roger Daltrey and Pete Townsend, Mick and Keith. I think that we've got that in our own way. I've worked with lots of guitar players, hundreds of guitar players,
Yeah.
but never anyone with the same work ethic as him. He never approaches anything half-assed. It's always the best that he's got, or nothing at all. And he brings that out in me. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit scared of him. I want to be absolutely on the same page as him, at the same level, and the same quality. He gets the best out of me, and I think that is the crux of our chemistry. And as I said, I played with lots of other guitar players, and it's a laugh. It's fun. I have a good time, and it generally sounds great. But it's never as intense and as focused as when I'm working with him.
Well, I want to bring this up, and it's probably going to throw a fucking wrench into everything tonight. But you two have such a great chemistry, and I get a little pissed off being a consumer of. And you made a comment lately about people being lackadaisical, and we know who the person is, but you and Tracy just go out there and give 100%. But when you see certain artists who basically kind of shit on their fans, I want your opinion on that. And I'm not going to mention names.
No, we don't have to mention names, do we? No, it's a fucking disgrace. You owe your fans, you owe the people that have supported you and put you where you are. You owe them some respect. You owe them the best show that you can give, and they, they don't want to see a drunk fat fuck, and nobody wants to see that, and it's a disgrace, and I'm not saying I've been perfect. I've had a few tipsy nights on stage myself. But no, nothing like that. We've got some shows coming up in about 10 days. And I've been on the rowing machine. I've been watching what I eat. I'm steady on the booze. And, I like doing that. I like prepping for a tour. I like prepping for shows. It's been 2 years since we played one. Apart from live streams. So, I look forward to it. I'm excited about it, and it's good to, focus and have that energy. So no, I've got no time for that. I don't get it. I don't understand why anyone would do that, and certainly not for the money. That's a ridiculous
Tracy, can
thought.
I ask you this real quick?
Yeah.
Do people rely? Look, I've been in the game. I'm from the Philadelphia area. I played the Empire Galaxy with Cinderella and everybody else. Do you think people rely a lot on their past, thinking that, oh, this is going to carry me through to my future? Where you and Tracy, and I can mention numerous other artists, whether it's 80s rockers, 90s, but really give 110%. And look, Cannonball, I gotta say, motherfucker, you kicked my ass on that video.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's two LA guns, all right? There's Mark One, the LA guns from the late 80s, and the sex gun lover in the heat of the night. Don't run for cover, I got you in my sight. That was fun. That was fun then. That was great, and that was the whole vibe. That was the whole Cat House vibe, Poison vibe. It was our, talk dirty to me, and that was appropriate at that time. But we can't do that now. That's last century, that's last century's music, And it wasn't even at the end of last century. It's like, you know, the last quarter of the last century. So I don't want to distance myself from it by any means, but we got so much more than that. And if bands can make a living and make people happy playing the nostalgia circuit and playing last century's music, good luck to them. Absolutely good luck to them. I just, you know, we've kind of gone out of our way to distance ourselves from those kinds of things, those kinds of like packages, you know, like like M3, you know, it's a great 2 days of nostalgia and wonderful, and everyone gets together and, you know, here's the old songs. It's just like the old days. We got no time for that. You know, we got to do our own shows. We got to, you know, do our own thing, play to our own crowd. And I'm sorry, you know, I know it's a great legacy and people love it and everything. And you know, to an extent we'll do it. We're doing the cruise, but no one's going to turn down a fucking cruise, are they?
Nope.
So, yeah, I just feel that, you know, if they want to do it that way, good luck to them. We just do it a little different. We're doing it ours.
Absolutely.
Well, and
100%
again,
so
thank you for
nobody-
putting Cannonball out.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you for digging it. You know,
Yeah.
and hopefully
That was going to be my next question. The
hopefully
video.
it'll be a flame up the ass of our colleagues, our contemporaries, to do the same thing.
Absolutely, 100%. Well, Angel, let's kick it over to you and the Metal Summoners, man. How are you doing this evening, and how are they looking?
I'm doing super awesome. I just want to take a quick moment to wish Scott Miller and Janet Miller a happy 20th anniversary. They're big fans of the show, so thank you for watching together. And that's the key to a happy marriage. Listen to LA Guns and watch the Metal Summit every Wednesday, and you will stay together happily ever after. Just ask Scott and Janet. What's really cool right now is that you've kind of made a couple of kick-ass rock videos, so it kind of feels like the 80s time where you put out the music, put out the kick-ass rock videos. If you could talk about Cannonball,
Yeah.
which is a really cool fucking video, and the video
Thank
you
you.
did for Get Along as well.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Cannonball is very, it's a pantomime, you know, it's a chance to, you know, dress up and play the character, Captain Codpiece, I call him. And you know, when I was pitching it to the record company, they weren't too into it. They were like, no, you know, we're just going to shoot the band green screen, and then we're going to shoot the dirty back streets of Hollywood, some back streets of LA. And I was like, no, that's got nothing to do with pirates. And I gave them my idea. I said, you know, like costume changes and sword fights. And like, no, Phil, we can't afford that. That's definitely not in the budget. And I said, no, I can do it. Trust me, give me 2 hours in front of a camera, undivided attention, and I'll give you a great video. And I had it all planned, you know, even, you know, when the lyrics were coming together, when I was singing it for the first time, it under my stairs in my homemade studio, I had the imagery of that song, and I knew the camera angles, you know, I knew the costume changes, you know, it was important. I really wanted to pull that fucking wig off too. That's something that I've been waiting to do for a really fucking long time, and that's fun, and yeah, and this is kind of much the template for this next tour. You know, you're going to be seeing a lot of that, Captain, and that's you know, I've always liked dressing up, and I like adding a visual aspect to the music. You know, I'm just not a jeans and t-shirt kind of guy, but I've done plenty of gigs just jeans and t-shirts if I feel like it. This time, you know, like when I did like Get Along video, I just wanted to do absolute opposite of that, and I just wanted to wear. I would have done it naked if I could. I just wanted to wear a pair of overalls and a scruffy hat, and let the song and the actors in the movie tell the story. And I didn't want to distract from that because, you know, I just basically upstaged the whole Cannonball video. So I just wanted to sort of like back off a little bit.
It's a great video, and it's awesome that it kind of makes you want to go back and actually watch it again. Like I've seen that like a few
watch
times.
it as many times as you can.
of course.
There's all kinds of stuff in it. There's 4 characters in it. There's 4 costume changes, and yeah, it was fun doing it. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. I mean, I was hopeful it was going to turn out great. I'm glad that it did.
Now, let me see any questions from fans. Linda wants to know, are you going to be touring in the spring after the cruise?
Yeah. We got talks are in process now for doing an American tour with Tom Kiefer. It'll be Tom Kiefer, LA Guns, and Faster Pussycat, which I think is a kick-ass bill. And
Yes.
We're all friends. We all get on great. So yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. Be out there with my buddy Slim Tender, and it's just I'm looking forward to that. If it comes through, there's still, this pandemic, still everything's up in the air. But if things go right and it goes the right direction, that's the plan. We'll be out springtime and summer.
That would be a kick-ass tour.
I got to throw this in since you mentioned Tom Kiefer, Fred passing away, and just everything. Jeff LeBar recently.
Yeah. You said Fred. I was like, oh my God, did I miss that?
No, I meant Jeff. My apologies.
Yeah, no, Jeff's a sweet guy, but he was always fragile. He was always kind of a frail dude, and sad as it is, it didn't come as a huge surprise. We're just at that age now where, you're going to see people dropping, and the ones that, didn't take that good care of themselves going up, they're not going to be around forever, and I'm doing my best, to stay fit and not get run over by a bus and keep doing this. I'm well past my shelf expiration, but I don't care. I'm having fun. It sounds good, and I don't see why I should stop.
Fine wine, Phil. Fine wine.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely, for sure. Angel?
Besides the U.S., can fans like in Japan, fans in Europe, can they expect to see LA Guns coming over to their shores?
Nothing planned as yet. No. We got some shows in and around the LA area when the record drops on the 10th, on the 11th, and then we've got the Whiskey New Year's Eve. We've got a couple of we've got 2 nights in Vegas, like a 2-night run, a consecutive run, and that's about it. I'd be hesitant to start booking flights and scheduling tours, and because it can go tits up any minute. It just takes one person in the crew, one guy to test positive, and that's it. It's over. So this is gonna be a test for us, these local shows, to see if we have the discipline, if we have what it takes to put things in place. It's gonna suck. No meet and greets, no huggy fans, no gifts, no nothing. And I'm gonna miss that. I really am. I like hanging out with the fans. I like to see familiar faces. I really do. But yeah, it's gonna be kind of a distance. I'm gonna, please don't think I'm being stuck up. I'm not Celine Dion.
No, not at all.
Hey, safety first, brother.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I for start, I don't want to get it, but more than that, I don't.
I had it. It kicked my ass. 2 injections, and I still got it.
And you still got it. See, I don't want to be responsible for I don't want anyone getting it on our watch.
Yeah.
Look, I went through the 80s and didn't get anything that made me itch, burn, or pee wrong. I get this fucking thing, and I get an injection. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
For
man.
sure.
Yeah. I'm glad you're okay. You look all right. Looks like you kicked its ass.
Dude, kicked my ass for a little bit.
Oh,
Me
yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you had it too, huh?
Yeah, I had it.
We all
Steve
had
had
our
it.
shots. I'm like, what the hell?
Lucky. Yeah, lucky you did, brother. Otherwise, we might not be having this conversation now.
Phil, think about it. All the bad pussy we ate, shit we put up our nose, everything else, and I wound up going to fucking Disney World and I'm like the happiest place in the world. Like a moment I got COVID. I'm like going, really?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
No, it's changed everything, hasn't it?
I'm like the shit we did in the 80s. I should be dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. No, 100%.
I go to Mickey Mouse Land and I get fucking COVID.
Oh, you got it at Disney?
Yeah.
It's
Goddamn
those,
Goofy.
It's those ears, Bobby. It's those ears.
And then fucking queers with ears. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Angel, how are the fans doing? Do we have any more questions?
Yeah, I just gotta get myself back together.
No worries, man.
You okay? Let's. Bobby.
Hey Phil, we're not Eddie Trunk. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. No.
Okay.
No,
Let's go.
I'm
Okay,
done.
let's.
Please don't. No need to apologize.
Let's go. Let's tone it down to an acoustical question from Angel Little.
Yeah.
All right.
She wants to know. Would love to see an acoustic event. Is that something that we might see?
Well, you know, we're going to put Get Along in the set, and we're all going to be playing acoustic guitars for it. I don't know if there's any other songs that we will do. We're actually talking about adding It's Over Now into the set. Now, perhaps that one might transfer over well as an acoustic song. But in terms of doing a whole acoustic set, no, it's unlikely. Tracy doesn't like playing acoustic. He's an electric boy to the day he dies, and it's for me it's like pulling teeth to get him to play an acoustic guitar, because I play him all the time and I do acoustic solo gigs and I love it, but he's on a different frequency, so yeah, it's a bit tricky. I wouldn't hold your breath in terms of doing an acoustic tour of any kind.
Right on.
Yeah. Acoustic. Yeah. I mean, I like LA Guns loud.
You know, you want LA Guns loud, and
yes,
that's right.
Absolutely.
That's what it should be. Yeah,
for sure. So
it's like sex. You want it loud.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to hear. Oh.
So Phil, let me ask you.
I'm in trouble for that one
because I think this works really nicely in kind of off with that question. You and I did an interview a couple of years ago that went fantastic. And one of the questions I asked you, I really loved your answer, and I think it'd be kind of cool for you to tell the fans. So I addressed how I'd seen you, of course, many times back in various other lineups where you were playing guitar on stage while singing. And now with having, Tracy, of course, being back with that team and also having another guitar player, and in this case, Ace, you haven't played guitar on stage anytime that I've seen you since. And I asked you, do you miss it? And you were like, I don't, man. I front the band. So I would love for you to talk about that one more time. So the fans can hear.
I, as I said earlier, I'm a bit scared of Tracy. And so, the last thing I'm going to do is start playing my rudimentary 5-bar chords guitar around him. So, I avoid that. I did it because I had to. We needed that second guitar. It's got to have those two guitars for me sonically. So I can cover like the chords and stuff, but guitar is Tracy's department, and I don't want to be I don't want him to sit me down and going, well, Phil, you're not really cutting it. And
I love the sound.
It's a pain in the ass dragging that fucking thing around the world.
Sure.
And all. I hate it.
No, for sure. No, I totally get it. Absolutely. Angel, how are we doing with the fans before I kick it to Bobby?
We're doing super awesome. I just have two really cool questions, if it's okay, Bobby, for the fans. They love you. Question from Jeannie. She wants to.
That might have been the phone death.
Yeah, it was that 18%. So.
Yeah, hang tight with us, fans. Let's see. Let's see if we get Phil back on and stuff like that. But so far, it's been like really, really cool, like having Phil on. And fans, new music's coming out. Keep in mind that that's the one thing that a lot of
pre-order the album. You can go to as soon as you go to LA Guns. You can hit it right there.
Yeah,
and we got
keep in mind, guys, that these guys couldn't tour, so they wrote and they wrote and they wrote a lot. So make sure that we're showing love to these guys. I mean, dude, Phil and Tracy back together. Like, there's nothing cooler than that.
No.
And so far,
Yeah.
they've got these 3 new albums that are absolutely just killing machines between, Missing Piece, The Devil You Know, and now Checkered Past. And
I
That's
love
gonna-
that we got Rick. We got a couple people
Yeah.
who said just ordered the album, just get it. Yeah, it's great. So,
And we have the track listing down below on your screen and the tour dates as well.
Absolutely, for sure.
I love
So-
Cannonball, the fucking video.
Cannonball's amazing. Hey, I got to give a quick shout out. I see Caleb's on here. Caleb, I got to thank you. You and Hal kicked my ass, so I got into a tribute band. Woo! I'm doing Crimes of Passion. I'm doing a Pat Benatar tribute. So I'm really looking forward to
That's
being involved with that.
Awesome.
There'll be a big Metal Summit thing coming up, and
Yep.
we'll talk about that. It's going to be a love fest here.
Totally.
But
So,
how
so
about-
fans,
Yeah.
fans, we're going to give this a couple of more minutes just to see if Phil comes back with us. Just because you guys probably didn't know this, Phil's phone was on very limited power, so we really might not get
Yeah.
him back tonight. So we're just going to talk a little bit with you guys. We're going to talk a little bit about amongst ourselves to give Phil the opportunity to come back. But we did know coming into this that we were going to have Phil on just limited time in general
Yeah.
when it came to this. So fans, we really appreciate you guys rocking out with us and giving us your love and giving Phil love. He has already told us he will have a full episode where he'll talk about his history. He'll
Yep.
talk about everything that you wanted to know about. He specifically did really just want to focus on Checkered Past. So as like a closing thing here, Angel, why don't you tell us about your first LA Guns experience? And then Bobby, why don't you tell us?
Gosh, I Want to Be Your Man. I love that fucking song, and I still play it loud in my fucking car. I love that song. I
Angel,
love that it's
wanna
not
be
a
your man.
romantic love ballad. Dude, I'm already taken.
For sure. How about yourself, Bobby? You with LA
Mine,
Guns?
again, the first video that kicked my ass across the room was Never Enough.
Yeah.
And as soon as I seen it, it was that thing that it was the growl. It was, and I posted the video today. Every time I hear it, there's just something about it that's sleazy, slimy, a little bit of dirty, and it's just reminds me of like a bad glory hole. But
For sure. No, absolutely, for sure. We got Psycho Steve joining with us today. I was just letting hey, Steve, I was just letting everybody know that we might have lost Phil due to the low power, but we'll definitely have him on for a full episode. He just wanted to focus on Checkered Past.
100%.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And you see, some fans have ordered the CD already.
Right on, for sure.
But I mean, what's cool is the whole promotion that they're not resting on their laurels, resting on their hits. They're coming out new music, making kick-ass new videos, and that's something that we like to see as well. But that
Absolutely,
fucking
for sure.
tour with Faster Pussycat, LA Guns.
oh God, and with Kiefer, come on.
Yes.
You can't get it because you're going to get some fucking Philly balls to the wall right there. Faster Pussycat, who we had the great pleasure to interview during M3, which was a blast.
Absolutely.
Jay and Angel. I mean, look.
For
Hold
sure,
on
man.
tight. And I'm telling you, Metal Summit will be there. You know,
Oh, absolutely.
I will have my man hammock on and everything else.
Definitely,
Oh.
for sure. Like when it came to me, like of course, like Never Enough kicked my ass. And look, I mean, I love Ballad of Jane. It's beautiful. It's well written. It's an iconic video. And for me, when it comes to albums, I've always had a real soft spot for Killing Machine off the Vicious Circle album, which is funny because that album came around right around the time that the band was basically like, breaking up and, weren't seeing eye to eye. But I think that Vicious Circle album is fantastic. So the fact that lately, over the last like few LA Gun shows that I've gotten to see with Phil and Tracy back together, having them back with putting Killing Machine back in the set, I've absolutely loved that. Hey, Psycho Steve, let's get you in here. Talk a little bit about your first
Yeah.
LA Guns experience before we call it.
Okay, so I had experience seeing LA Guns with AC/DC.
Nice.
This is going back in the mid 80s, 87, 88, just as they were breaking through. I would have to say, like Malaria was just, the guitar, and it was just like so raw and just so in your face. And what LA Guns is about is just straight rock and roll, fun,
Yep.
glam.
You got it, dude.
you know, and and they're so approachable and they're so nice, you know. When I first met Phil, he was drinking a glass of wine. I was like, "Oh, you like wine?" He's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Well, guess what? Every show for the last, I would say, 25 years I've been going to shows, I brought him a bottle of wine."
Nice.
And he likes red wine. And there was a wine, I know they still make it, but I couldn't find it in this liquor store I used to go to where I grew up. It was called Transylvanian wine. It was called Vampire.
Nice.
So it was really great because they came out with, you know, Hollywood vampires.
Yep.
And, you know, and it was decent wine. It was cheap shit. It was like $10 a bottle, and he loved it.
That's awesome.
And like I said, when he did the solo thing, you know, when Tracy left, he left. And then I've seen every single lineup of LA Guns from member, past, present, and current.
Yeah.
You know?
Same. I
And
never.
it's pretty awesome about the new album too. Most people don't know Scott Coogan is not on it.
Yeah.
It's Adam Hamilton playing drums.
Yeah.
Who also played bass on
Bass.
an album called Waking the Dead.
Yep.
You know, and
love
he's
that
a
album.
really great instrumentalist. He's a great producer. I really have a lot of respect for him because he just produced William Shatner's album.
Yeah.
You know, and they have, you know, the real H. Brown Johnson
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
It's really cool. On the album.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all bringing different, you know,
They
style,
really are.
which is great. And I like the little acoustic song that they put on the album. You know, I like it. I want to know if they're gonna like how are they gonna mix in the new to the old and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the right. And here's a good question for the fans. Would you want to go to an LA Gun show where you hear more of the new stuff than the classic? Because we know with the classics, we can hear them at home.
Yep.
But
Right.
with this record, the way it sounds so far, I want to hear the new fucking record.
And remember, the new music is what also keeps these guys out on the road and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like, you know, we want that kind of stuff. So fans, we definitely want to hear that from you guys. Put it into the comments, put it into our messenger. We want to know about not only LA Guns, but Faster Pussycat, all those other bands. Like, how excited do you get when it comes to new music? We would really like to hear that from you guys. But
Yep,
fans,
and we will be posting the comments, so
Yep.
please don't be shy. How do you guys
Don't
feel
be
about that with the set list?
Angel loves his fans, babies.
Well,
Yes,
let's
I
just
do.
say this, okay? Most bands do like an hour and 20-minute set, right? Hour and a half.
Mhm.
Could we say that's
Yeah.
a safe assumption?
Right, give or take about a 15-song set.
Yeah, exactly.
comes to
15
about
songs.
Hour
So
and
think
10
about
to an hour 30.
right. So figure they have about 6 very recognizable songs that are considered hits, no matter if they're #1 hits or whatever. Top Billboards art doesn't matter. We just know them because that's what put them on the map.
Yep.
So, in my personal opinion, what they should do is do the 6 or 7 real well-known songs, and then the songs you don't really know, and I take 2 or 3 of the new songs from the new album, like Cannonball, and I take one, you know, Speed, and you know, one off of the last couple albums.
Yep.
Yeah,
I agree.
and the tour dates are below, and also with the songs that are going to be on the album. You got Cannonball, Bad Luck, Charm, Living
Yeah.
Right Now. It's like a great title.
Oh,
Living
I
Right
don't want
Now.
to make you guys jealous or our fans jealous, but Phil did send me several tracks prior to him coming on for me to hear, and I'm just going to prepare all of you. Just wow.
Just be
It's
ready.
it's just exactly what they are. They are
And-
really balls to the walls back. That's all I can say, and I'm very happy to say that.
That's
But
awesome.
with this tour coming up, fuck, I mean, go out and see it. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who would have thought about that tour package? You got Tom Kiefer, Faster Pussycat, LA
Kiefer.
Guns.
I mean, dude,
Kiefer, sorry. I keep fucking up the name.
Hyper.
it's all right, dude.
You know what the hell I meant, Steve.
We're
I get your name messed up too.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
But it's going to be
Well-
great. And like the fact that we've got live music is like so awesome. And fans,
Yeah.
we can't thank you guys enough for being involved with us as this show just continues to just slay everybody else, because you know we're just going to keep getting bigger and better and badder with Bobby. So, we appreciate you guys rocking out
And
with us a
gayer.
little bit tonight. So make sure that you get those
More
comments in for
fabulous.
us. And
Absolutely.
we can't wait to see you guys next week. It's going to be great. As always, announcement on Friday. Hit us up on our socials. Make sure you're all over YouTube and Facebook because that's where you guys get to see us live every week. Hit us up on Instagram and make sure that you're following all the guys.
Oh,
Angel
wait.
Alamo.
Wait,
What's
wait.
up,
Don't you and Psycho Steve, y'all going to be somewhere this weekend?
That
Oh
is-
yeah,
Oh, God.
Absolutely.
You lucky
We do have
bastards.
to talk about that real quick.
In
So, yes.
Maryland?
Y'all were going to
Before we,
skip
before
that?
we,
Y'all were not going to tell us?
You're
Oh,
right. You're all right.
this is how we have to find out?
Before we sign off, yes, myself, Jay, and Psycho Steve will be hosting the Kick and Valentina BLE show this Sunday, November 7th, at the original Cancun Cantina in Hanover, Maryland. So come out and rock with us. Support Brad, support Angie. You know how hard they work
So
for you
who are the
guys,
bands?
and we are honored
Who?
to rock
What
out with them.
bands do you have,
So we-
Jay?
Yep. So we've got Sonora, we've got Whiskey Grin, and we've got Kickin' Valentina. And we have a surprise band playing the VIP segment that we know that you don't. So come on, VIPs, get
Oh.
involved, get in the door so you
If-
can see the surprise
Oh.
band and get to rock out. So myself and Psycho Steve hosting the BLE Kickin' Valentina show on Sunday. Angel and Bobby will be there in spirit, but the group of us will be back together as well.
Yeah, I
But-
got to go root, an EAGLES shit.
all right.
Exactly, for sure.
I'm trying to stay safe as possible, but trust me, in 2022, I will be going out to shows.
Absolutely,
Yay.
for sure. But thank you so much,
Damn
Metal
you,
Summoners.
COVID.
We love you guys to death. Friday, as always, guest announcement. Next Wednesday, kicking ass as always, and come and see me and Steve on Sunday night. And make sure you're hitting up
Yes.
the socials of Bobby, Angel, Psycho Steve, and myself. Hit us up on Facebook and YouTube so you know when we're live. Follow us on Instagram and on TikTok. We love you guys so much. Special thank you to Phil Lewis, the voice of LA Guns, for making time with us this evening. We will see you guys in a little bit, and we will see you guys next week.
Yeah.
As always, you've been watching the Metal Summit.
Yeah.